Hey everybody, welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. I'm Rockin Robbie Billups, and it's time for the weekly Pop Culture Wrap-Up. That's right, everybody. Thanks for checking out the video. I am Rockin Robbie Billups. This is the weekly Pop Culture Wrap-Up. It's the show where I go over the week's pop culture news, mostly comic books and movies. Let's get right into it with some comic book news. Carnage Forever is a one-shot arriving in stores February from Marvel Comics. This is going to be written by Philip Kennedy Johnson and Ron Beeds. Got some artwork by Ty Templeton, and this one-shot is the setup to a new ongoing Carnage series. I almost said miniseries because ongoing, sure, we'll see. But that's going to arrive in March. No announcement on that creative team, but I would expect maybe a little bit of Philip Kennedy Johnson, probably. That's where I'm going. But before the new series in March, there is the one-shot, Carnage Forever. They're going to be talking about the past, present, and future of Carnage in that one-shot. Spider-Gwen Spider-Verse is a 5-issue series from Marvel in February, written by Tim Seeley, with artwork by Jody Nishijima. Not familiar with the artist, but I usually don't respond very well to Tim Seeley's work. It just doesn't quite work for me personally as a reader. Also, the character of Spider-Gwen's never really caught she's caught my attention. She's got a great costume. It's an interesting concept, but the execution of all the different series just never really won me over, so I don't know. Into the Spider-Verse, this is just taking advantage of that whole concept, right? But with Gwen, so if you're a Spider-Gwen fan, rejoice. It's coming back for 5 issues with a whole boatload of Gwen Stacy's. There's a new What If series coming in February. Actually, in March from Marvel Comics, and it's all centered around Miles Morales. So I'm a big fan of the old school What If series, like the stuff from the 70s, and I love the series that was going on in the late 80s and 90s when I was, starting to read comics. I love What If. So I thought the series was alright. It was interesting that they didn't really have a What If series out while the What If show was going on, but better late than never, I guess. If you're considering it as a tie-in to season 2 of the What If show, I guess it's actually early, so I guess that's cool. Anyway, this is all going to be featuring Miles Morales. It's going to kick off with Cody Ziegler and Paco Medina on the creative team. First issue is going to be, what if Miles Morales was Captain America, basically. Then we've got a tease that there's going to be a what if Miles Morales was Wolverine. And it seems like this is going to be a mini-series, and each issue is kind of like a self-contained one-shot story of Miles Morales. What if he was actually a different character? I don't know about that idea. Strange. There's a new Sorcerer Supreme coming in March from Marvel Comics. We don't know who it is. We don't know what the creative team is, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's not Jed MacKay taking over a new Doctor Strange or a new Sorcerer Supreme. It's interesting to me that there's a new Doctor Strange movie on the way. Doctor Strange is being featured in Spider-Man next month, the movie. And they killed him off and there's a new Sorcerer Supreme. It seems weird with the timing, but whatever. We know nothing about this aside from they're going to stick with the death of Doctor Strange for a minute, and there's going to be a new Sorcerer Supreme. They literally just did that, like, not too long ago. It was Brother Voodoo then. Anyway, from DC Comics in February, we have Aquamen. This is going to be by Chuck Brown, Brandon Thomas, Sammy Bosseri, and Adriano Lucas. Basically, it's the creative teams of the current series going on right now, Aquaman, The Becoming, and Black Manta. I'm a huge Aquaman fan. This news should really get me hype. Arthur's back. Jackson's there. Black Manta's going to be involved. It's like we got a proper Aquaman book with all the cast of characters together in one thing, one space, but I've really not liked Aquaman, The Becoming. I liked the first issue, but 2 and 3 fell on the wayside for me, and I have not really dug Black Manta, so I'm not very surprised, actually, for this. The new Champion of Shazam is also coming in February. This is by Josie Campbell and Doc Shaner, and what's happened is that the Shazam power is gone from Billy Batson now, and Mary gets picked to be the new Shazam. So Mary, I guess, upgrades from just Mary Marvel to the new Shazam. So I don't know. Seems weird, but we'll check it out. The artwork from it so far looks pretty neat, so we'll have to wait and see on that one. Suicide Squad Blaze is a 3-issue Prestige Plus series think it's pretty sure it's Black Label in February from DC. Cy Spurrier and Aaron Campbell. That's the exact same creative team from that Hellblazer run from Black Label just a couple years ago, which was really cool. So, wow. So Suicide Squad's coming up against somebody, Superman level strength, or something like that, or there's like 5 of them, there's 5, I don't know, very vague on that, but Aaron Campbell doing the artwork, Spurrier, I think this has the potential to be something really dark, really cool, and deep, possibly. I guess we'll have to wait and see on that one. The all-ages Star Wars books return to Dark Horse, so it's not that all the Star Wars books are going back to Dark Horse, it's the all-ages brand, right? So we just recently knew a few months ago that IDW was losing that Star Wars license, as well as the Marvel license. And some were speculating that maybe, Disney and Marvel would do their own all-ages content or whatever alongside their regular, but it seems like it's more of a breeze for them just to kind of license it out. So it's going back to Dark Horse. So after a hiatus, Star Wars returns to Dark Horse, but this will all be like all-ages type stuff. They promise tales and stories set across all of the timeline. And, of course, we know what to expect from Dark Horse. This is just going to be geared directly towards the all-ages market. Rogue Sun is a new one from Image by Ryan Parrott and Abel on the artwork there. And it's debuting in a one-shot called Supermassive. This Supermassive one-shot is a crossover between Radiant Black and this book, Rogue Sun. So Ryan Parrott, Power Rangers writer, and Kyle Higgins, former Power Rangers writer, are getting together to do their own version of the Power Rangers at Image Comics. So, I hear people that stuck with Radiant Black and they're still digging it, so maybe I'll just check out trade paperbacks and see what happens. New Masters is another one from Image Comics in February by Shobo and Schaff. This is about an advanced West African society that's under alien colonizers, like alien oppression, like space aliens and stuff like that. So it's going to be sci-fi. It's all related around this one artifact or something like that. So that's coming out in February. Also, Step by Bloody Step. That's from Image in February by Simon Spurrier and Mateus Bergarga. And this one is about like this kid and this like robot, and they have to just keep walking for some reason. And if they stop walking, then even the Earth itself will move them or something. And the kid doesn't know why, can't ask the robot guardian. And it's in some kind of crazy fantasy land filled with bandits and whatever, danger, right? So very little to go on that book, but it's Spurrier. We'll definitely check it out. G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, Saturday Morning Adventures is debuting from IDW in February. This is going to be written by Eric Burnham with artwork by Dan Schoening. This is a continuation, a direct continuation from the 80s G.I. Joe animated cartoon. Animated cartoon, that's redundant. Animated series, aka the cartoon. So that's really cool. IDW's been doing their own stuff with G.I. Joe, and they've done a continuation of the Marvel comic series. So it's cool to see them kind of go back and not just revisit, but continue on the story. That's the new trend now, right? X-Men's doing it, G.I. Joe's doing it in comic book form. I guess that's different. Anyway, so that's cool for G.I. Joe fans. Draculina is a new book from Dynamite in February by Priest and Michael Maria. Draculina is a Vampirella character, so this is a spinoff. They're doing quite a few of these Vampirella spinoffs. Nyx is another Vampirella spinoff. Don't know much about this character. Apparently, she was just recently brought back in the most recent Vampirella series by Priest. Priest is setting up a lot of stuff, a more expanded world and line for Vampirella, so it seems cool. They promise that this is like a new host for Draculina, so it's kind of like a little bit like a Shazam type situation going on, but I'll definitely be checking that out when it comes out. Then we got the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer to talk about. I'm pumped for the trailer. I thought it looked really cool. I'm excited to see these villains. I'm excited to see Jamie Foxx get another stab at taking a shot at Elektra, right? Like, not Elektra, Electro. Now, Jamie Foxx is Elektra. That would be interesting. But I'm excited to see the return of some of these characters. You watch the trailer, everybody's seen that, like, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the lizard just gets punched in a shot. So, they just CG'd out one of the other Spider-Men. So, they're doing the Spider-Verse thing, too. I'll wait and see. I am excited. I've liked the Spider-Man movies for the most part. Definitely loved Homecoming. Far From Home was okay. No Way Home seems interesting enough. It's probably going to have a lot of fun throwback nostalgia. But just hearing Willem Dafoe deliver a line as Norman Osborn and just seeing that costume again makes it look cool. Like back in the day, we made fun of that costume, but that Goblin costume always looked cool shot a certain way. It was just when he was like walking around in broad daylight talking to Spider-Man that was really kind of doofy looking, but I like the trailer. I thought it looked cool, but it does go ahead to show that like a lot of the leaks seem to be right on point with what the plot of the movie is. Anyway, it looks great, and we're obviously going to be watching it and talking about it here on Pop Culture Philosophers. So that's what we got for you this week. What's coming up here at PCP? Well, not too much. We're kind of slowing down production as we go along into the holiday season. But, of course, Dylan's Horror Show every Saturday night. PCP Movie Night will be returning for some Christmas movies coming in December in just like a week or two. And then we got lots of plans coming up for January 2022 and beyond, but always here every week, the weekly comic book review, and join me for the wrap-ups too, and Rockin Robbie Live on Sunday nights. We will see you next time. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for checking out the video. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Check us out at popculturephilosophers.com for podcast blogs and a whole lot more. I've been Rockin Robbie Billups. Thanks for rocking with us. Station, keep on living.